Hello, it is Patrick Tycoon Jones here with another episode, and today we're talking about how you should expect the best and forget about the worst. Why in the hell would you even focus on the worst anyway? Makes no sense. But let's get into the show. It is Patrick Tycoon Jones here with another episode focused on you should expect the best and forget about the worst. Why would you even focus on the worst anyway? There's this old cliche is, hope for the best and expect the worst. Why would you do that? It makes zero sense to me. It makes zero sense to my tycoons. And that's something that I wish that whole saying, I wish it was erased from our vernacular, because what it does is it programs you to hope for the best, wish on a star, something that may never come true, but expect the worst. So now you're looking at life with a gloom and doom. I'm expecting negative. I'm expecting things to go wrong. I'm expecting my life to be in disarray. I'm expecting negative, negative, negative. Well, the heck with that. We're getting ready to erase that, and that's what this episode is about. So let's get to it. Grab your pens, grab your pads. You know what to do, because we're in number one. Stop accepting mediocrity from yourself. Let's talk about how a lot of people accept mediocrity today. So, you're waking up and you say, you know what? I'm not going to give it 110%. I know 110%, the bar for me is here, right? And I'm talking about figuratively speaking, not me per se, because my bar is all the way up here. It's off the roof. It's not even in camera frame. But the point is, your 110% is here, right? But you go and you approach the day here. So what are you doing? Everyone says, oh, it's Monday, I don't want to work hard. Oh, it's Friday. And then they also say, oh, it's Wednesday, so we're close to Friday. So you're always waking up out of Sunday saying, oh, it's Monday, I have the case of the Mondays. So you're not giving it 110%. And then you work hard on Tuesday, and then you're saying, at least it's Wednesday now, it's hump day, we're close to the end of the weekend. And then now your brain is programmed to just get by Thursday and get through Friday and give it 50%. And oh, now I can relax because it's the weekend. Well, folks, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you the lifestyle that you want. It's not going to get you where you want to be in life. But here's the thing. I do know a lot of people, they're okay with it. They don't mind giving 50% because they're not looking to be in the top 1% of America, or they're not looking to be in the top 3 or 5% of America. They just want to do and live an average existence. And if that's what you want to do, that's not a problem whatsoever. I'm not knocking you. But what I'm doing is I'm talking to those 10 percenters, the 5 percenters, the 3 percenters, and the 1 percenters. And if you're not there, those of you who are aspiring to get there, I'm talking to you as well. Because as long as you want to get there, you will get there. That is the reality. I know that. Number 2, hope for the best, expect the worst. Makes no sense. I know I talked about it early on, but now I'm going to dive in it. So here we go. If you're going to hope for the best and expect the worst, if you think about what hope is, right? Hope is you hoping that something you're meticulously thinking about just comes to you without necessarily putting forth significant effort. So you're just hoping, right? I hope a bluebird comes past me today. I hope I see a cardinal today. But guess what? You have no control over that. That's what kind of hoping is to me. Something that you want, but you have no control over, and you don't have step-by-step plan on how to get there, right? So now, why would you hope for the best, but expect the worst? Because we can wake up every day, and like I said, we talked about being mediocre. So you can be mediocre without having to put any effort in, right? If you think about, you talk about school, no matter what school or what grade you are in, if you are in middle school, you're in high school, you're in college, you're in graduate school, you can wake up and just give, average effort and you can get a C, right? Well, we know you can at least get a D plus, but you can get a C. So why would you want to go through life with that same type of effort? Because that's what expecting the worst is in my head, right? So for me, I'm going to go the extra mile. For me, I am going to work a little bit harder. For me, I am going to show up earlier. For me, I am going to figure it out. If there's an area in which that I'm falling short and I have identified and actually understand that I have fallen short, I'm going to do something about it. So erase that from your vernacular. The heck with hoping for the best and expecting the worst. It makes no sense. Do not subscribe to that thought process and or that notion, okay? And what I want you to do is every day expect the best, because you know you're gonna put forth the maximum best effort that you can give. And as long as you do that, good things, positive things, the best will come back to you. And that's just how it works. However, it's up to you. You have to put forth the effort, period. Next, number 3, what's your personal standard? So I was talking to someone and it was, a couple days back. And I was talking about how I have a personal standard, okay? And how I don't want to deviate from that personal standard. Why do I not want to deviate from the personal standard that I've given myself? Because if I do that, then I'm cheating myself. So what is your personal standard, first and foremost? Have you identified your personal standard? Now, if you haven't identified that and you haven't written it down and you don't necessarily know how to kind of create what that personal standard is, then it's all good, right? We can actually figure that out together because, as you all know, I am conducting mentorship sessions, coaching sessions, one-on-one sessions. All you have to do is read in the description, reach out via the mobile number there, and we will contact you and get things set up. However, if you don't have that personal standard, then now we need to start talking about that, because all of you should have a personal standard. If that personal standard is, I want to be in this neighborhood. If that personal standard is, I want to make this type of money. If that personal standard is, you know what, I want this title. I want this promotion. I want whatever it may be, right? Because that's how the universe is. Whatever you want, you work hard, you're diligent, you're smart about it, you're tactful, you're meticulous, then you can get it, okay? So what is your personal standard? And if you do not have one, I will personally help you. Check the number in the description and we will get that one-on-one coaching session established. Next, number 4, start expecting the best and hold yourself to it. So think about what the best means. Go outside and when you're driving or when you're on your run or when you're on your walk, look around and you can kind of drum up some ideas of what your personal best is. Then you can start kind of creating it on your vision board. Your vision board should either be in your bathroom, it should be in your bedroom, it should be in your office, it should be on your iPad or your MacBook or whatever type of device that you have. Something that you can check it every day, and it's not something that you have to put on your notepad, check my personal standard list or check my vision board, right? That shouldn't be the case. It should be something that you wake up, you see it, and it's in front of you, okay? So start expecting the best in everything that you do. When it comes to your looks, when it comes to your physique, when it comes to your job, when it comes to your husband, your wife, when it comes to your relationship, when it comes to your kids, expect the best from them. But before you can actually get the best from them, you have to make sure that you're the best version of you. Before you can actually hold someone else to a standard, you got to make sure your standard is on point. So keep that in mind as well. Next, believe that you are meant to have the best. I cannot put more emphasis on that than you must believe that you're worth it, folks. You must believe that you can achieve it, folks. You must believe that you should have it, folks. You have to believe, because part of the battle is the belief system in your head. Part of the battle is how you view yourself. Part of the battle is when you wake up. Are you comfortable in your own skin? That is part of the battle. So if you don't believe that you're worthy enough for success, or the type of success that you want, or the type of relationship that you want, or the type of life that you want, if you don't think that you're worthy enough, well then hell, the universe, the world, people around you are not going to think that you're worthy enough, right? So the belief starts with you. Always. Do not forget that. And here it is, folks. I don't care if you have your significant other, your mother, your father, your friends, your family, your brothers, your sisters, telling you that you won't achieve something, or telling you that you're not good enough, or at least making you feel like you're not good enough. Do not listen to that whatsoever. Those people are draining your energy, draining your vision, trying to throw you off course, because they don't think that they can achieve it. So of course, if I can't achieve it, then you can't achieve it, right? So pay those people no attention. Give them none of your attention after you discover they are who they are, right? The dream killers, I call them. So do not sit down and have a conversation with the dream killers, all right? They're no good for your energy and your vision. Next, which is number 6, make sure your perspective doesn't diminish your effort. So make sure your perspective on life doesn't diminish your effort. Now, let's think about that. So your perspective is your thought process, okay? What you think of yourself. Now, your thought process and what you think of yourself, depending upon your state of mind, can actually increase and or decrease, diminish the level of effort that you put in and day out. For example, say you're in an argument, okay? You're in an argument with someone that you love. You argue the night before, and then all of a sudden you go to sleep. I can't sleep. Well, you're waking up, you're like, man, I didn't get good rest. Well, it's because your mind never turned off, right? And your perspective is now shifted. When you go to work, you now can't give it 100%. So your effort is now diminished based on your perspective, because your perspective is still stuck in last night's argument, right? So I'm just giving a example of how your thought process can be altered based on your current state of mind or your previous state of mind that you've never left. And that's a very, very, very tricky thing. But you have to make sure your perspective doesn't diminish your effort, because you have to keep your eye on the prize, always. And if you don't keep your eye on the prize, then everything else around you will diminish. So that's one thing that has to sink in. You have to think about that. This old saying, it was actually in a hip hop song. I keep my mind on my money and my money on my mind, right? That's what you have to do when it comes to your level of effort, right? Because your level of effort will then suggest how much money, what your W-2, what you're bringing in on an annual basis or an hourly rate, whatever, however you get paid, right? Number 7, you have one chance at life. Make it great. A long time ago, my sister, I heard her on the phone. She was, early in her career, and she would tell her prospects, she would tell her customers, make it a great day. And I thought about that, and then I adopted it, right? And then I want to take it a step further. It's your duty, it's your obligation to make your life great. We go through this world, we go through this life, we're in our skin one time. And if you are not maximizing every day, okay? And I know every day to maximize is a bit difficult. But if you are not trying to get further and further every day, if you're not trying to live the best life that you can every day, then what are we doing, folks? Because as you all know, as we continue to wake up, we're getting closer to the unfortunate expiration date, right? So do everything in your power to remain happy, to remain positive. Not every day can be a happy day and a positive day. There's gonna be ups and downs. You're gonna go through things. You're gonna grow through things. You're gonna cry, you're gonna frown, you're gonna laugh. But the effort that you put into life is what you will get out of life. The effort that you put into your relationship is what you will get out of your relationship. The effort that you put into your job, your career, is what you will get from your job and career. So just always keep that in mind. And the last thing that I'll leave you with when it comes to that is you are always in control. You are in control of how you act, how you talk, how you walk, your mentality, your thought process. You're in control of it. Even though someone else may be impacting you at that moment, you're still in control of you and your life and your existence. And we can never forget about that, right? People feel hopeless when they feel like they're spinning out of control. Trust me, I know, I've been there. I've been there where I felt like life was spiraling out of control. I've been there recently, right? So it's very important. And mental health is everything. So I'm going to tell you guys, don't be afraid. If you need to go to a therapist, don't be afraid to do that. Going to therapy is cool. I don't know what people think, but going to therapy is cool. Get this stuff off your chest, right? Don't walk around having to mad dog people all the time and then, look at this view behind me. It's a beautiful view behind me. But some people's perspective, they would come in and they'd be like, oh, it's a view. Nah, man, you don't want to walk around life like that. So Tycoons, be on your game. Be all you can be. And expect the best and forget about the worst. The heck with that. Now, you know what I say. Lock in with me because you know I'm locked in with you. And please like, subscribe, and share this with another individual who needs the Tycoon knowledge. Until we meet again, folks, take care.